what the heck is all this out here? Why is there so much gunpowder and seeds?
Zed?
Somebody was using 32K out here.
Zed!
I just got 3 stacks of seeds and 2 stacks of gunpowder from nowhere. Oh. Uh-uh. Well, this one's definitely worse than the other. Oh, there's just one chunk missing right here. And now how far this goes down. Oh, hey, another amethyst geode.
Zed, there's one chunk here. These trees are being torn apart. And this forest has been flooded.
Wait, this chunk just cut off a cave completely.
What the?
I'm not actually drowning very fast, but in fact, I have only lost 2 bubbles. It go down extremely slow.
Why'd you fall into here?
Because I wanted to see how deep it went. So I found just a whole bunch of random gunpowder and seeds just floating on the ground.
Yeah, that's from one of the older chunks. Zed, how far does this
But
go
no,
out?
it's 3 stacks of seeds and 2 stacks of gunpowder.
Yeah, that's from one of the older chunks. Remember when we got lost and we had to... Oops. Well, accidentally just caused a huge collapsion. This taiga biome is really broken.
I found a ruined portal on the side of the mountain.
I kind of caused a collapsion. Zed, this desert temple seems good. You want me to oh. Wait, what? Zed? Zed.
Yeah?
I found something odd.
What?
So, see this desert temple? Look at the
Yeah?
coordinates. It's super far out. It's super far out. But
What the heck? Why is it so shallow? Wait, this is shallow, isn't it? And who dug out all the TNT?
there's a potato.
And left a potato? Why a potato?
I don't
Why?
know.
Why is there just a potato? What does it mean?
Hang
What
on, I'm
does
gonna
the
check something.
potato
I'm gonna
mean?
check something. Oh, oh my.
And how are we able to play this world when it's past the max amount of storage space a world can use?
Oh my god. Oh my god. We've been on this world for years and Zed, my god, we've hit the end. We've hit the end. I found the
What
end.
do you mean?
I found the end of the actual Forktown world.
How do you know it's the end?
Because look, the end always comes with a drop. There's always a drop in the end. This is the edge of our world, and this is the new world. That's the edge of our world. Then, wait a minute.
But don't we already know where the original world, where the world you fused with Forkertown's world spawn is?
We have. It's a full Z. It's a diagonal pattern. If we follow this, we will trace the entire of the Forktown world. The entirety, Z. Do you want a boat, Zed? Oh my god. Look at this tree!
Yep, that's a flat tree. Or I guess we can't trace it, because it doesn't go all the way around.
Zed, you can trace the chunk.
Hey, anyone want to live on the almost perfectly square floating island?
It. My. These are just chunks that have been carved out of our world. Our world has been carved. Can't you tell our worlds are just being carved up, destroyed, Zed? Can you believe this?
Our world's definitely messed up.
It's more than messed up, Zed. There's a literal slice through the bottom of it. Remember, Zed, there's a slice through the bottom of it, and I'm pretty sure there is not supposed to be there.
Is the slice under this area, or was it somewhere farther away?
Take that now, I'll take that too, and that. Courtesy.
What'd you get?
I just grabbed the golden leggings with protection 3, the flint and steel, and the fire charge.
Oh, why'd you get the golden leggings?
They had protection 3, Zed. Almost full protection.
Every village we find out here is abandoned. There's another one that's abandoned.
Nope, that's just the same one.
Oh, no, wait. No, it's the same one. So then what do the caves down here look like?
I think I know. I've been spectator just looking. Oh, well,
Oh,
you
I
got
just dug
lucky.
into a spawner. And it's empty. And got a pig in it instead of a mob.
The flip? There's Skulk down here.
I found a spawner that spawned pigs instead of the mob it's supposed to spawn.
There's Skulk down here. Like, literal Skulk.
So far, I haven't seen anything abnormal apart from that mob spawner.
That you just directly mined into.
Oh. Don't miss these days. When you accidentally almost mine into lava and kill yourself. Well, they do say never mine straight down. And I'm definitely breaking that rule.
If you keep mining straight down, you will find a mine shaft.
I thought there was supposed to be a split here.
I don't see one. I'll keep looking. What the?
I have found the end of the world. I have hit the bottom. I missed something.
No, but this is what I found.
Random line of obsidian?
Yeah. Just a random line of obsidian. Kind of looks like the one that I placed at the bottom of Forka Town to make sure I knew where the wall was when I was building it.
How far out was the original giant crack?
Not that far from the main island. Let's see the oddity right here, right? Just kind of ends.
Oh yeah, I found a diamond.
Hang on. Do you want me to go to the main crack so I can just check and see something? I'm finding it even
We
weird.
still haven't figured out how we're playing on this world at all to begin with.
Yeah.
This world is supposed to be dead.
What the flip?
You said it was deleted. Why is it back?
I don't know, but I just found a random pillar of something in the middle of an ice spikes biome. What? What the flip did I just find?
I don't know. What did you just find?
Oh. There's just random pillars.
Maybe the ice spikes decided to wear skinny ice today.
That... I'm just finding random pillars when I go this way. Actually,
I'm still in the giant. I'm still below the ground.
Zed, if I continue
What
going
the
this...
hell? There's just random giant chunky pillars everywhere.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna turn my render...
There's no islands. There's just pillars.
Zed, what's your render distance at? Like your...
Oh god! Look at the seabed. Well, this is totally not trippy as hell.
What the hell?
Just lava just all around here.
Zed, this...
Just
Zed,
not
like...
turning. Or getting destroyed by the water.
Zed, when you, like, if you keep going sideways, like this way, I just kept finding more and more pillars.
There's some random floating string out here.
Zed?
2 pieces.
Yep, I just found more pillars, Zed. I just found more pillars. I just kept going this way and I found more pillars. Like, is this where most of the glitching is happening?
This area doesn't seem to be too glitchy.
Yeah, you're going the opposite way of the way. Like, if you keep following the chunk borders this way, it just gets more and more glitchy.
I do see another pillar on the other direction over there. That third one.
Oh, battery's low. Why are you going this way?
Which direction were you originally going?
I just kept following the side of the chunk border and then kept finding more and more pillars. Oh, more lava. More lava on this pillar. I'm gonna do something. What?
There's a whole load of it underneath of the chunk, underneath of the main big area too.
Just areas like lava and stuff. Use your boat. The pillars mostly poke up from the ground anyway. So just use your boat. But do you have any understanding of why this world, like, corrupted more after the crash happened than it just randomly appeared again?
No.
Like, it just
You have any idea how the world randomly appeared again?
I don't know. Why is there just a random village house? 2 random
There's
village...
a couple of village houses.
1, 2, 3. They're not abandoned, but they don't have anyone in them.
And then there's just some kind of thing where a tree should be, but it's just 3 lines of leaves.
Zed, there's just houses here. It's not even an abandoned village. It's just...
Weird.
This is creepy. This is creepy.
And all the beds are white instead of the color they should be.
Yeah. This is odd and creepy. I don't like it.
And none of the flower pots have anything inside of them.
Like, this is another one of those random chunks. Look at how big this one is, though. It's just popping out. Should we, like, take samples or something?
I don't know, but it looks like we got a whole bunch more pillars over here.
Random.
One of them's got a really tall tree that's been sliced in half.
Zed, I don't know if we should account this to world corruption or just something weird. Because both...
All I can say is, it is bizarre as hell.
Exactly. Now we're actually back on the map. We're back on the map again.
How?
I don't... Oh, salmon. We're back on the map.
Look at the way the sand spawned on the side of that mountain. Almost like it was just dropped onto the mountainside.
Oh, it's way weirder than that. It's not just the sand, Zed. Should we, like, keep exploring that way, or...
Maybe we should turn this village into a little base of operations to explore all these weird glitched areas, since it's right here.
Yeah, but...
It's manageable. It's safe.
It's on a glitched area, Zed. Like, we can use it as, like, a monitoring station to see if the glitching gets worse. But then we have to actually risk us losing all the stuff because of glitching. Just gonna protect it from mobs and stuff? Here, I'll help. Trying to find something though that's actually quite strong, but not too strong. Just in case you don't want it. This works. So this is gonna be our base of operations, right, Zed?
I guess, like, for this area, yeah.
Yeah, because, well...
We need to build a dock over here so we can dock boats when we're in the area.
Yeah, but we also gotta be careful, because, well...
Maybe we should designate one of these houses as a spot to start trying to map out which areas.
So this is gonna be like our main like glitched area thing.
I hope I don't regret this, but I'm gonna need to mine up some of these glitched trees.
Yeah, I hope you don't regret this. I hope this entire operation doesn't fail on us, because Zed...
We shouldn't even be doing this in the first place. This world shouldn't even exist anymore.
I know! And I don't know how it came back. It just appeared.
Or how we're playing on it when it's over the limit of storage space.
Like, more...
Has its storage space gone up or changed or anything? Or is it still just at 0.6 gigabytes? Is it just like eternally at 1.6?
It went up. It went up, Zed. It went up 1. It went up 1 megabyte.
It's now 1.7?
Yes.
How?
I don't know. That's the thing, Zed. I don't know. That's why I was asking you. As soon as it came back, I went straight to you. Because you were the only one I could think of that would actually have an idea of this, since you've had worlds.
Maybe this world really was cursed.
Maybe. I remember the first name of this world was...
What are you doing down there?
Making a dock.
How far down does this thing go?
Very deep, Zed. When I say very deep...
Oh, God. It's just a drop-off.
Like I said, very deep. Also, there's just random wooden pallet here. Just at the
I
bottom.
didn't build that.
I didn't build that.
I wonder if it was supposed to be like a shipwreck or something, or a piece of Maybe it's supposed to be a piece of mine shaft.
It's just... So, what the flip was that? Zed, there's something in that hole there?
Ah, what the? Why did I just took damage from nothing?
What do you mean, Zed? You're not joking, right? We cannot be joking around at
No,
this.
I just got punched off the wall by something.
You're not joking.
I swear to God, I just got punched off the wall. Took a half a heart of damage.
What the hell is happening? Maybe it's because we're in this area. This area is not safe. Like, Zed, is it really safe? Is it a good idea to be stationed here? Like, do you think we should get Jake involved with this?
I mean, it's safer than any other areas. I don't know. You think he really wants to come back here?
I don't know. He wants to help us again. Like, he wants to be friends with us. He actually wants to help us. Because he knew that, like, he was in the wrong. He knew he was in the wrong, and he decided... Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, nothing. Just that my weather forecast says smoke. Great. The weather forecast says smoke. Apparently today we're gonna get some smoke. There's apparently...
Ow. What?
There's a lot of wildfires near me. There's just a lot of wildfires near me. I'm not in a place where wildfires can affect me. I'm like in the middle of a city, so I'm not able to be affected by wildfires, but the smoke can still get to us. So we still take caution. We like to be cautious when it
Actually,
comes to...
during my high school graduation, there was a wildfire up like about 30 minutes from where my house was. And so during just before my graduation, the sky turned red. And then when I was graduating, we could see some ashes falling from the sky.
Yeah, wildfires are not something to mess with. And I know that because at the house that I moved from, we actually had ash fall. We had ash fall onto our lawn, and I was like, I could barely breathe out there. Actually, speaking of... Hey, I'll be right back. I need to go grab my phone. Speaking of air quality... What the fuck is it? Oh, well. Uh-oh. I need to pull that phone. I need to plug that in, or else it is going to be broken. Speaking of air quality, I'm actually going to check my air quality. Actually, I have this app that lets me check my air quality manually. Just a cool little app that I have, a little radar app. Smoke hazard low. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just at the edge of the smoke. I'm just checking. Oh, that's not good. Right near me, there is a moderate level air quality warning. How the air quality is... Oh, flip. I have my window open. Hey, I'm gonna close my window. Just because I don't want smoke and stuff getting in. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I built the docks. I'm just gonna do a bit of decoration to it. Okay, battery level's fine. Guess it's just the way it goes. Easy. It's just the way it goes. Have you ever had a tornado near you? Or anything like that?
Last year actually, there was one like a mile away from my house.
I remember you told me you're like being hit by a hurricane and if you suddenly went offline, that's why. I remember that. You said something like that. Did you get hit by that hurricane that time though?
No. Zival is up.
Okay, so we're safe. Probably light up inside the wall, just, you know. I'll start lighting it up because, you know. Better safe than sorry.
This house is big enough that it could hold a couple maps at least.
We can expand the roof just to make it so we can encompass this entire area. Plus, we can expand it backwards since, you know, this entire area. You have this entire area, why not use it?
Kind of weird just how this place spawned here.
TWOV
Empty.
chunk corruption crew. I hate that they removed the thing where you can see when people are typing. I hate that they removed the thing where people can see what they're typing before they've completed the sign. Hey, I'm gonna expand this thing's roof. Oops. Just demolishing that house's roof or something? I'm gonna use up this wall. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this wall as like a thing to go upwards. Oh, you can really see that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened at one point, but I got punched or something by something I couldn't see, like a ghost. I just got shoved right off the side of the wall and took a half a heart of damage from it.
And you're not joking?
No, I got shoved right off the wall.
But how? What can do that? What has the power to do that? Maybe it was a skeleton? Like, we gotta think logically, then. We have to think logically, because that could actually... Zed, these maps are confusing. Come in here. Zed, I don't know if this is the correct spot or not. Uh-oh. It's not letting me do stuff. Plugging in because it's gonna die on me. But look.
What the? No, that's It's the chunk border. They are the correct maps. It's just that it's the chunk border there. Remember? On this side, it's showing that whole huge chunk border.
Like, this is the correct way? But look at these maps. Look at how destroyed this area is.
You can just see all these random pillars out in the water. A huge chunk border, our pillar.
This wall can be, like, for notes and stuff.
This is just trippy.
Yeah, you think, Zed?
Why didn't you use the back bigger wall for the map and the front smaller wall for the notes?
Because we only have this area. This is really the only area that's, like, that really needs it, since this area is, like, high activity.
Doesn't seem like the rabbit spawning's affected too much.
I don't know.
I love how neither of us are acknowledging the cactus in the water.
What do you mean, the cactus in the water?
There is a cactus literally growing out of the water right now.
Where?
I'm not making this up. There's two glitches right next to each other. A water cactus and that thing.
I didn't even notice the water cactus.
It's literally just a water cactus. Hold on, let me get some supplies. We gotta tape this cactus off so it's can be used as further studying to figure out what makes it a water cactus.
How? How? You can't place cactus. Hang on, I'm gonna test this.
Don't touch the water cactus, though.
Yeah, you can't place cactus in water. How the flip does that work?
How the hell does it work? What the hell is going on here? Somebody explain what the hell is wrong.
Chunk. That's mostly water, though.
What the hell is wrong? Somebody please explain.
That is connected
I'm
to
so
that.
confused.
Wait.
What the hell is wrong? I'm so confused.
Zed?
I am so
Zed.
confused.
I just made a discovery.
What?
I just made a discovery.
What?
The chunks are connected. The chunks are connected.
What the... Oh, no, that's why it's doing that. Yeah, I forgot that's how fences work.
You forgot how fences work, Zed?
Well, placing blocks around them doesn't seem to affect them in any way. It doesn't seem to affect the cactus in any way. Cactus seems real planted right in the area.
So...
We need one more fence gate. We need one more fence for the corner.
The chunks,
Yeah.
The chunks...
Then we have this thing. Not sure what this thing is. I guess there used to be a tree here.
Maybe.
Now it's just 3 lines.
But Zed, come here. I want to show you something I just found out. So, you know how... you have all of these scattered chunks and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I just figured out some of these chunks actually connect.
How?
See these top two? The top two right here on the top middle, and the one that's fully like all acacia. Think about it. Like put them together in your head, and just imagine.
They're like chunks from the acacia border thing that got torn off and put in the middle of the water somehow.
Yeah, but these two connect. Those two connect. Because if you slide the top one over the bottom one, it actually connects. See how, like, there's a part of it that's cut off? Actually, it'd be better if we actually went to it, because then we can actually think. So, I'm going to TP you here. TP you said...
No, I can roll over on my boat.
It's fine.
Never mind.
But see?
Yeah, it's like, they're connected from here. This is how they're connected. But then the chunk that goes on this corner, on this side, and the one that goes on this side, both got deleted.
No, but what I mean is, like, this chunk right here, this chunk right here is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be right here. That chunk is supposed to be right here. Think about it. If this chunk was right here, it'd be normal. Because as you can see, this is cut in half, this is cut in half, but this right here is fine. The birch tree is part of the birch forest. Though, as we know, this isn't actually an acacia biome, even though it says it's an acacia biome. This is a forest biome. Can't you tell? It's a forest biome that was changed to an acacia biome, and that means that this birch tree is part of this forest biome. Meaning, if we slid these two chunks together, even the caves show that they are connected, it would be fixing it. Unless you're right, you could also be right about these two chunks missing. Though, as we have seen...
And then there's this. This one's not a floating chunk, it's just an island that spawned here.
Though, Zed, something tells me that these two chunks are somewhere else on this world. Because as we know, chunks get moved around. As we've seen, the ocean chunk got moved into... The ocean chunks from here...
One of those chunks could be this one right over here that has a whole bunch of other oak trees and another birch tree on it right here.
Maybe.
Are any of those ones on that other chunk missing some of the leaves right here from the side?
Yes.
And this must be one of the chunks from over there.
Maybe.
Missing some blocks in the top, but it's gotta be one of the chunks. And then this chunk must connect to that one of these 4 chunks as well. Because this one's also got an oak tree on it.
But like I said, Zed, as I said before, every single
this
chunk...
is just a regular island.
The ocean? No, this is not a regular island. I think.
Not on a... It's just a regular island, see?
Oh.
Not a chunk pool, it's just a regular one.
So yeah, this doesn't count, I guess. But this one does. This doesn't count.
Hey, what's that in the woods right there? Oh no, I guess that side of the hill is just that flat, naturally.
What about these trees that are kind of just...
No, it's not natural. I was wrong. Definitely not natural. I think I might have found where one of the chunks came from. Ow! Ow! Ow, I'm being shot by something. Where is he shooting me from?
Oh, well...
Ow! Ow, right here. Oh, he had an enchanted bow.
You mean where one of the ocean chunks went? Because, remember, every chunk here is being replaced by another. Except, the chunk that's supposed to be here gets moved. As we saw, there was the desert and the mountain, those two mushed, and then we found the mountain. So yeah, it's not the chunks are being completely erased. They're just being moved. And I think I know where these ocean chunks went, Zed. Remember my house?
Yeah.
Are you getting what I'm saying, Zed?
No.
The chunks from here got moved over that way towards my house.
Huh.
I'm gonna follow the river a bit more.
Interesting.
Oh well, found another completely destroyed chunk border where it's literally just cut off.
What the heck? I just found a random patch of acacia in the middle of the plains. It's like a random patch of acacia grass in the middle of the plains over near where the glitch chunks are that we've been exploring. Just in the middle of the plains.
I have an
Just
idea.
acacia.
Zed, come here, Zed. Every single glitch chunk you find, just make it on a map. Just there. It doesn't have to connect anywhere
Doesn't
else.
really appear on the map, but
As long as there's a map of the area, it's fine. It doesn't have to connect to anything else. It just has to be that simple area. Nothing else. Just the glitched part, and that's it. So anything glitched,
and then
map it.
this area is not too far off of our actual map.
Yeah.
Like you start going, like this shoreline is on the map.
Our base may not be on the map, but the shoreline is.
What the heck happened to this forest?
New chunks converting to old chunks.
Just tore down all the leaves.
Yeah. That's Bedrock Edition is known for just horribly, and when I say horribly, I mean horribly converting old chunks to new chunks. Remember in the lab how it literally just pulled all the ground around us to the bottom? Yeah, let's return the base sleep and then we will continue, like, we should keep exploring that way because that way seems, important. And knowing that we kept traveling that way. Hello, Zed. What? Where's the place with all the beds again? Oh, here.
Right here. Little bunkhouse. Some storage, some crafting.
Just put these here since I found those in glitch chunks.
Found this map, which should connect by... Oh, we already have this map.
Oh.
Right here, this middle one. You just can't really tell that there's...
You can see that there's acacia in it. If you're, like, super close, you can see that there's acacia. And different. Still, let's put all of the... Let's just put it there because, well, it's part of a glitch thing. Zed, your boat. Again with that weird noise. Are you gonna explore this area just to see if there's anything weird? Like that weird noise. Oh well, this acacia tree's been torn apart. Acacia biome with sweet berries. Don't see that every day. Zombie.
Acacia biome with spruce trees.
Don't see that every day either. Oh, and the mountain eating a forest. Oh.
What the heck happened right here?
As I remember how I said that...
It's just a wall.
Remember how I said the bedrock is horrible at converting chunks to new updates? I think you can tell what happened.
There's a leaf block down here.
Oh.
Oh. Well, I found some more right behind that other one.
We already have this on the map, though. Zed, when you were over here, you missed something.
Where is this?
It's not on the map. It's just off of it. That's a really far drop.
Oh man, you can see the deep impression that's on the
There's a mine
drops
shaft.
all the way down to level 2.
There's a mine shaft here.
There also seems to be the cave that comes with it.
Yeah. That's weird. That's very weird, Zed.
What?
Zed, have you ever seen a cave that started eating a desert?
Oh, whoa.
Cactus next to stone. What the? Oh, oh, oh. Zed, I found it.
You found what?
Remember?
Oh my god.
We found it.
Well,
Effect. We found it, Zed. Remember how you were questioning if we're going to find the weird chunk thing here?
whoops.
You questioned if we were going to find the weird chunk cut thing. Well, we found it.
Oh,
Uh,
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
uh,
It just doesn't fall out of the void. It just sticks.
Zed.
What?
Zed, but
How?
watch this.
But then... How?
I don't know, Zed. We have bedrock here. Zed, we don't need
That's some
diamonds.
diamonds.
We don't need diamonds. We need the...
I will have all of the diamonds.
I'm gonna go in spectator.
I am the Diamond King. Na, na. Oh, wait a minute. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah, spectator. You could probably see, like, the whole crack.
It goes all around.
What do you mean?
It goes all around the entirety of the Forkertown world. I'm serious, Zed.
Weird. I wonder why it's only underground, though.
Like, look. If you go to the bottom, you can just...
Yeah, it just goes around and around and around and around. Oh man, you can see it just keeps going.
Zed! Zed!
What?
I'm at negative 1,000.
How are you at negative one? Why are you at negative 1,000?
Negative 1,600, 1,700, 1,800. How? Zed, the max limit for falling is negative... What the fuck? I mean...
Wait, you're falling? You're at wide at 1,000?
Zed, I'm crashing. Zed, I'm crashing. I'm looking. Yeah, I'm at negative Y 1,000.
Holy shit.
Slash game mode 1.
I'm just going down. Why?
Just fall. Just fall. Let yourself fall, Zed.
Just why does this? Why does this Why is this on this world?
Zed!
Negative 6,000. What?
Hi, Zed!
How are you down here?
Help! Zed, look down! Do you know what will happen?
No, you can't place anything.
Zed!
There's just nothing. There is a sun,
Yeah, but
but everything else is darkness. What happens if you try to make a map down here? You just map out nothingness?
target has no effects.
No, it
Zed,
maps out what's right above you.
we're at negative 10,000.
And it doesn't seem like there's any stopping.
Zed, what? Tell me, what is happening? Is it gonna crash?
I don't know.